Dear Wild Hunters friends, welcome back in South Africa. I am here at the Africa Maximum Safaris in the northwest province of South Africa, ready to rumble for a new, long and very articulated video test. In this test I will hunting field test some of the most interesting products on the market today for what it concerns scopes, hunting scopes, detachable mounts and powder for the reloading. Okay, let's start with the detachable mounts. Quick detachable mounts are made in Italy by Alessandro Contessa, are the most sought after detachable mount on the market today, very tough, all made with steel insert systems, and they are very important for this test because they allowed me to maintain all the zeroing settings with my ballistic reticles with my two scopes. I will use two completely different Sightmark Presidio series scopes. I will show you later these two wonderful products. Because without this detachable mount, I could not make a test like this. As a matter of fact, I will go hunting for culling, wildebeest, kudu, and impala, and probably blesbok in some different areas. Each area is completely different for what it concerns the vegetation. So I will face some places where the average shooting range is very low, so I mean between 30-40 meters to a maximum or 100 meters. Then other areas where the minimum shooting distance is 200 meters. So in this case you really need to use two different scopes, and if you do not have quick detachable mount that could maintain the zeroing settings and all the ballistic reticle performance, you will certainly fail on your culling hunting. So Alessandro Contessa mounted for me these two Sightmark scopes on the European 12mm standard rail, and then I have the two detachable mounts. Okay, now I want to show you some features of these two types of mount and rail, together with the recipe of the hand load ammunition that I have prepared with the Baschieri&Pellagri staff, especially with the guru Gianluca Garolini, because I will use a 223 caliber, so because it's the best caliber for culling operation, because it's very accurate, it's very effective, so you enjoy a lot this kind of caliber because it doesn't kicks, and it's very accurate, so you can shoot many rounds during the day without having any problem. Okay, so now I want to show you these two different products, the Alessandro Contessa detachable mount and the Baschieri&Pellagri new carbine powder with the recipe of my hand loader reloading ammunition, and then we will come back here this beautiful bar of the Africa Maximum Safari Lodge to talk about our Sightmark Presidio scopes. Okay guys, let me introduce you these two scopes. Both are of the new Presidio series. The Presidio series is a very special series of Sightmark catalog because it has a very low tag price but a very high quality performance. This is something that most of you will appreciate if you have the courage to test them. You will agree with me. They are very solid, very accurate in the mechanism, and the quality of the lenses is astonishing. They are heavy a little bit, but if you want to have crystal clear lenses, you need the weight, okay? Because you should avoid too light scopes, okay? Because the crystal is heavy. So silicone or derivatives, very light, but the quality of the lenses are fair. So this is the first Sightmark Presidio scope that I want to introduce you is the 3-18x50 millimeter with a MR2 ballistic reticle, which is illuminated. This is a reticle on the first focal plane, so you can use it with your ballistic calculations and with your load at any enlargement, okay, do you want. So, and this is very practical on the hunting field, especially when the light is fading away and you need to go down with the enlargements of 3, 4, 5 times 6. You need a 50 millimeter front lens, and you need a ballistic performance adequate for long shots. So this is really a fantastic scope that you can use in many countries and many type of hunting techniques, okay? This is the MR2 is a mill based reticle that has the best performance with ex-ordnance calibers or ordnance caliber such as the 223, the 308, the 3006 with the 165 grain bullet, the 300 Winchester Magnum, but with some hand load ammunition you can use it also with European calibers or esoteric calibers. In my case, I'm gonna use it with a 223 caliber with a hand load, a special made hand load ammunition that it has been developed to have a great performance in both scopes but mainly with both reticles, because they are very different. Okay, this is the first focal plane, as I said, is illuminated. This scope is a 30 millimeters tube scope, very tough and robust, very tough and robust turrets. Okay, what else? It was you know, I say that is a mill dot, is a mill based reticle, but is not a mill dot, but is a mill hash, and it has a 10 mil excursion divided into 4 hash for each mill. So you can have a great performance and a great accuracy in studying and preparing your ballistic curve. Okay, this is very important on the hunting field. Okay, the second Presidio scope is the 16x24 with a ballistic reticle, the CR1, which is based on the MOA system, and it has the reticle not in the first focal plane but in the second focal plane. So everything you will maybe you with your hand load or your commercial ammunition for compensating the drop of the bullet must be made at the maximum enlargement. Okay, so at 6. Okay, this reticle is very unusual. It has a central dot, then it has a circle which is not is a 3/4 circle, and then it has a vertical barrel with some rafts, horizontal rafts. It has 4. The central dot is for 100-200 yards zeroing, and the other rafts are 300, 400, 500, 600 yards. Obviously, this is all true only with one caliber, the 223 Remington, and only with the standard military bullet, which is 55 grains full metal jacket. Okay? In other cases, you have to check at the shooting range for about the performance. So I decided to duplicate with a 55 grain soft point ammunition the performance of this to catch up with the performance of this ballistic reticle. It wasn't an easy task, because I wanted to maintain the standard regulation of this Sightmark reticle, but finally I was able to keep my zeroing with the central dot 2 inches high at 100 meters, so I can consider a good zeroing up to 200 meters, more or less. If I have to be very accurate, I would say 150, 160, but it's okay also for 200 meters with just a little drop of compensation, and then I have maintained 300, 400, 500, 600 yards. Obviously, I will not shoot at those distances with this scope. This scope, I decided to take it with me on a culling operation, especially for kudu and impala, in order to use it in those areas where the shooting range is maximum 200 meters. For those areas where is required a longer shots, I will obviously use my Presidio 3-18x50. Okay, this is a very robust and sturdy scope that I have already used in Italy for wild boar drive hunting and for some other type of hunting, and I'm very happy to have take it here in South Africa with me. I have also put a mini Weaver Picatinny rail for my Odracam Bitravi video camera. Okay, just I want to try to catch the video clips of the shooting action. So now no more talking. Let's go to the shooting range of the African Maximum Safaris Lodge, and then we will go hunting and culling for many beasts of the savannah. Okay, dear friends of Wild Hunters, every hunting adventure starts at the shooting range. So now I want to zero both my scopes, my Sightmark scopes of the series Presidio series. This is the 3-18x50 and this is 1/6-24. I start with the 3-18 and then I will pass up to the 1/6. The shooting range here has a 100-meter target, so I will zero both scopes at 100, and then I will shoot with this scope. I will simulate at a shot at 200 and 300, basing upon my Federal Premium Ballistic Calculator drop off. So this scope has a mil-based reticle, so I will have to compensate 0.5 mil at 200 meters, 1 at 250, 1.5 at 300, 2 mils at 350 and 2.5 at 400. Okay, I will simulate here only the 200 and the 300 distance. Okay, for what it concerns the other scope, these have a MOA based reticle, so it's a completely different story. And you have to consider that this scope, the 318, is a first focal plane reticle, and this one, the 1/6, is second focal plane reticle. So I have to consider also this technical feature. Okay, let's start with the 318 and then we will pass up to the 1/6. I will update you shot by shot. Okay, so it is very important to be very accurate here at the shooting range. Okay, so let's start that. With the Mauser 98 based bolt, you have to chamber each ammunition from the from the magazine. Okay.
About 7 inches high, 1 inch to the right.
7 inches.
Yes.
I am 7 inches high and 2 inches to the right. So I have to work a little bit on the turrets. So now we are 2.5 inches low and a little bit on the left, but this cannot be. So I have to correct everything, and then we will take a third shot. Okay.
Can't see.
Okay, I'm still a little bit high and on the left, so little adjustments now, and then I will take another shot. Okay.
So you want to be dead on 100?
Yes.
Okay.
Il buco è piccolo, quindi è difficile vederlo da qua, quindi è meglio andare al bersaglio. The hole is very little, so it's very difficult to see it at 100 meters. Okay, we should be okay. Yeah, we are still a little bit high.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, very good. Okay. Okay, after having practiced a little bit with the stacker trigger system, now I have the situation that I wanted. This is the last shot, is perfectly aligned, a little bit high, but I gave other 2 clicks down, which is perfect for me. Why? Because one thing is shooting in a bench rest position, another one is shooting standing up with a bipod. And I know for experience that when you pass from a bench rest situation to the hunting field situation, you tend to be a little bit low. So at the bench rest, I always zero my rifles a little bit high. Because this is the compensation that you will find on the hunting field. It's not a general rule, but it works for me. So I know very well how I'm shooting. So for me, this is perfect. Now, thanks to the detachable mounts by Contessa, I take out my Presidio 3-18, and then I will pass up with the 1/6. I will use a completely different target because I have a completely different reticle, and for me it's better to shoot with a bigger bullseye, black bullseye. Is for the confirmation, for the feature of that reticle. This is that I have to change completely. Okay, we now with Ulrich we put the the new target, and we proceed to zeroing our scopes. I will try to stay with the central dot of the reticle just here, okay? Because it will cover this part of the reticle.
Ik wil dit vir hom op te haak. So jy het vir hulle sê wat se aksie jy het, as 'n geweer het, dan het hulle vir jou 1, dan moet jy dit opsit. Elke geweersin is anders.
So dit help nie, jy kry vir 'n...
Dis ek bou een. Daai geweer met vir my, ek bou enigiets. Hy is my rel gebou vir my, let ons vir my 500 op.
Ja, maar ek bedoel dit help nie jy kry een vir jou geweer en dan haal jy hom af en dan kom jy agter op 'n skiet met hom te sien. So jy moet maar nee.
Jy gaan sien. Probeer die kap. Two inches high, 1 inch to the right.
1 inch high, 2 inches
to the
high.
1 to the right. One to
Ok,
the right.
so we're
Not too bad.
Almost there. Ok, sono un pollice, quindi circa 2 centimetri e mezzo, 3 alto, e poi 2 centimetri e mezzo a destra, quindi ci siamo quasi. Il preazzeramento in questo caso aveva funzionato, ok? Quindi pochi aggiustamenti.
Dai.
Maybe in the red dot.
Maybe.
Andiamo a vedere. I was half inch still low and half inch a little bit on the left, so I just make some few correction, little correction, and then I will. And now I'm going to take a third shot, and we'll see if I'm okay.
Yeah, it's too small.
It's too small. Dobbiamo andare là perché è troppo piccolo il foro. Okay, there is a strange thing that I have to explain. Okay, with the Presidio 3-18 and the stacker, I was dead on. With few shots, I was dead on. Then when I passed to the Presidio 1/6 with the stacker, my zeroing was erratic, so it was not consistent. So I I thought about this problem, and probably is because when I shoot with a circle and a central dot, I'm shooting with one stage trigger systems. So I decided to change completely and shooting without the stacker, so with the normal, with the standard trigger system, and you can see 1, 2, 3. So it's very strange, but is a fact. So now I gave 4 clicks up, just 1 click on the right, and I'm dead on. So this is the way that sometimes you have to bypass some problems with the trigger systems, and this is the demonstration that shooting with a stacker or shooting with a match or a single stage trigger system, the things can change dramatically, and this is the case. Okay, now no more talking, no more shooting at the paper, let's go hunting. Broadside, I can shoot.
Yes. Do you see the one with the head down?
Yeah.
It's also female.
got it.
Yes.
I have shot with a female kudu at the last light of the day. And she appears behind the middle of nowhere. So I decided to give it a shot. Now let's see. The shot is behind the shoulder. So. Le ultime luci proprio mentre stavamo rientrando è apparsa dietro dei cespugli una femmina da kudu e ho deciso, era a 77 metri, ho piazzato il colpo dietro la spalla, penso di averla presa bene, adesso andiamo a vedere. Wow. Good job. Eccola qua. Guardate che bellissima. Wow.
No blood.
Yeah, just here a little bit, but the shot was well placed. Bello. Presa bene dietro i polmoni, fantastico. I'm very satisfied for everything. So Ulrich, at the very last light of the day, after many attempts, we finally did it. With a 223 is a good job. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a small gun, and they are big animals, and yeah, they did do a good job.
When you place the bullet in the right place on the lungs, there is no way it made 30 yards and collapsed. And
Yeah,
I'm
it took
very
us the whole day,
yeah,
but it's okay.
Yeah, I missed the one this morning. It was an Impala at 175, but anyway, I was losing confidence a little bit with my skills, but I know that sometimes it happens.
Yeah, it is what it is.
And so you have to be honest with yourself and keep trying and keep shooting and making the things. I'm very happy for the Sightmark. It's a great scope. It's very clear. The lenses are unbelievable clear. For the tag price of this Presidio scope is fantastic, and also the ballistic reticle is working very well. I'm very proud. So let's continue the test tomorrow. We'll see if we can catch up with some Blesbok and Impala.
Yes, that's the plan.
Thank you very much. See you soon on the hunting field. Dear Wild Hunters friends, welcome to the end of the first day here at the Africa Maximum Safari Lodge in South Africa. So this morning I went to the shooting range, did a great job, even if with some a little compromise between the stacker trigger system and the one-stage trigger system, but on the hunting field everything went perfectly. It was not an easy task today because it was very hot. So when the weather is fantastic, it's a beautiful day, but it's very hot, we have one problem: the wind, the winds and the breeze. They form many swirls, so it is very difficult to approach the games and have a good shot, especially when you are going to hunt in places where the bush is particularly thick. And this is the case of the first phase of this test with the Presidio 1.6x24. Obviously, when you hunt with this kind of scopes, you don't have to stretch too much, because you know that your shooting range on the field is limited to 200 meters. But in here, where I wanted to hunt for kudu and blazebok and wildebeest, it is very thick, and you have a maximum range of shooting of 80-90 meters. So it is better to, this is the ideal place where test such a scope, and especially with this one that is has a reticle that is optimized for the 223 Remington caliber. So I decided to use it first for kudu, especially kudu and impala and blazebok, and we have faced big problems on the field today for bad winds. We failed 6 times with kudus and impalas, and during the 7th approach we spotted some 3 blazeboks and a small group of impalas. So we were approaching them, but the wind didn't cooperate, so they catched us and they ran away. So at the last minute, it was almost 6 o'clock, the light was fading away, and suddenly behind a very old group of old trees and a huge patch of very thick bush around an openings, they come out 4 kudus, females, with 2 or 3 youngsters. So it was very difficult to find a clear line of shooting, but when they were starting to move a little bit faster, because one of the females spotted us, one of the 2 last females gave me a clear line of shooting, so I decided to give it a try. And as soon as I have the behind the shoulder zone area very clear, I made the shot. And at the shot I felt the whack and the sound, the typical sound of the lungs that are exploding. So I was happy and confident that the bullet was very well placed. And as a matter of fact, after 5 meters from the point I shot the kudu female, I have found some lung blood, and so I was confident to find it and very soon. And as a matter of fact, after between 20 and 30 yards, we found the big female on the ground. So I was very pleased to have chosen this combination 223 with this Sightmark Presidio with the CR1 reticle. This combination, this combo is very fast on the acquisition of the target, and is very light. Is a beauty. It's really a beauty, and also is very comfortable to take around on the hunting field. It's very light, so you can walk for hours and hours without any pain to your back. Okay, so now tomorrow the target will be mainly Impala and also Blesbok. I know that the shooting range will be a little bit higher than today, because we are going to hunt in an area that is a little bit more open, obviously, but I feel very confident with this reticle and with this ammunition that has been reloaded with the Baschieri&Pellagri powder. Okay, see you tomorrow morning on the hunting field.